How does it work?
Look, a lot of organisations very aware of how consumers feel are wanting to make sure they look to be doing their bit when it comes to the environment. And the latest news comes from Zara, who said that they're going to launch a platform for us as individuals, consumers, to resell our Zara goods. They're going to make it simple for us to earn the money by uploading the details. You just upload the pictures. And as well as that initiative, they're running some repair initiatives and ways to donate to the Red Cross. So far, so good when it comes to Zara, but you do start to reflect in terms of what that organisation is and what they're made of. And they are an organisation encouraging hundreds of new lines into stores each week because they're part of the fast fashion cycle. And brands that you've just mentioned, like Zara, Shein, etc., Pretty Young Thing, they are all there because it's about trying to create fast fashion and satisfying a demand that seems to be so incredibly large, so much more than it used to be. Whereas a lot of consumers have returned to things like buying items from secondhand, resellers, the re-commerce element, and actually trying to make do and amend, which is just the idea of looking after what we've got and just generally consuming less. Bearing in mind the fashion market takes 1.5 trillion litres of water to keep going. It's a constant battle against the fact that they are, as a sector, one of the biggest challenges to environmental issues on the planet.
That's fascinating then. So where on the surface it looks like Zara, let's use that as an example, but say there are others, they look like they're sort of going a bit greener by encouraging resale. But actually, if they're getting people to sell between themselves so they don't make any money, but what they're doing is save money there, but we've got new lines in the store. And it's almost a bit like a loyalty scheme, isn't it?
It's going to be really interesting. And I think actually, Stephen, there'll be high take-up. These are organisations that have the data of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of consumers at their fingertips each week. So I'm not knocking the fact that any organisation's trying to do the right thing. I think it's really important as consumers you understand what that means, though. If you're on the search to just try and support organisations that truly are green, credentials are green and they run through that organisation all the way through, then I think it's always worth doing your research. I think we're going to see more and more, particularly in the next week or so as we hear news around COP, we're going to hear more and more about organisations that are suggesting these initiatives are the best, the greenest. And I think sometimes, unfortunately, a lot of it is about the communication and noise created